Have you ever wondered if the spiritual world interacts with our own? Not just in grand, obvious ways, but in subtle whispers and unsettling shifts we might easily dismiss. Today, we're delving into the shadows to talk about the subtle signs of demonic influence. Signs that are often overlooked, but could point to a spiritual battle happening right before our eyes. This isn't about Hollywood sensationalism. It's about understanding the quiet, insidious ways malevolent forces might try to take hold. One of the most perplexing signs is when someone suddenly possesses knowledge they couldn't possibly have learned. Imagine a friend who has never studied a foreign language suddenly speaking fluent, ancient Aramaic during a moment of distress, or someone revealing deep, hidden secrets about people they've just met. This isn't just a party trick. It's a sign that another intelligence might be speaking through them, a voice from beyond the veil. Another critical indicator is a profound aversion to the sacred. A person who was once devout might suddenly recoil at the sight of a cross, a Bible, or even the mention of a holy name. This isn't just a loss of faith, it's an active, sometimes violent, reaction. They might feel physically ill, become enraged, or display intense fear when confronted with anything considered holy. It's as if the sacred object itself is causing them pain, a clear sign that something unholy has taken up residence within them. Pay close attention to drastic and inexplicable personality changes. We all have bad days, but this is something more extreme. A gentle, kind person might suddenly erupt into fits of uncontrollable rage, spewing hateful and cruel words. Or they might plunge into a deep, oppressive depression that seems to have no external cause. These are not just mood swings. They are fundamental shifts in character, a siphonor. Darker personality is wrestling for control. Then there are the physical manifestations. Unexplained scratches, bites, or even strange symbols might appear on their body with no logical explanation for how they got there. You might also witness displays of unnatural strength, far beyond their normal physical capabilities. Their voice could also change, becoming distorted, guttural, or animalistic. Sometimes, it might even sound like multiple voices speaking at once. These physical signs are often the most chilling, as they provide tangible evidence that something is terribly wrong. Recognizing these signs is not about fear, it's about vigilance. The spiritual world is real, and spiritual warfare is a constant reality. The most powerful shield we have is our faith and awareness. By staying vigilant and strengthening our spiritual foundations, we can protect ourselves and those we care about from the darkness that seeks to creep into our world. Be watchful, be faithful, and never underestimate the power of the light. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the deeper questions of our existence. Stay safe, and God bless. Have you ever felt like you're praying, but your prayers just hit the ceiling, like you're asking for help, but no one is listening? It's a frustrating feeling, and you might be wondering why your spiritual connection feels weak. The truth is, sometimes, without even realizing it, we can put up barriers that block the very help we're seeking. Today, we're going to talk about how to stop blocking your angelic assistance and open yourself up to the support that is waiting for you. You'll definitely want to stick around for this. One of the biggest ways we inadvertently block help is through prayerlessness. It sounds simple, but think about it. If we don't ask, how can we expect to receive? Prayer is our direct line of communication, the way we invite heavenly forces to intervene in our lives. When we neglect it, we're essentially hanging up the phone. It's not that help isn't available. It's that we haven't opened the door to let it in. Consistent, heartfelt prayer is the key that unlocks that door. Another huge barrier is our own mindset. Doubt, fear, and a constant stream of negative thoughts are like static on the line. They create a spiritual fog that makes it hard for guidance and help to get through. When you're consumed by worry and what-ifs, you're essentially telling the universe you don't believe a positive outcome is possible. This doubt acts as a shield, deflecting the very assistance you need. Faith, on the other hand, is the antenna that picks up the signal. It's a declaration of trust that even when you can't see the way, help is on its way. Unconfessed sin or hidden guilt also plays a major role. Imagine trying to have a clear conversation with someone while there's a huge, unspoken issue between you. It creates distance and awkwardness. Right. It's the same in our spiritual lives. Hidden guilt weighs on our conscience and can obstruct our connection to the divine. It's like a cloud that blocks the sun. Coming clean, confessing, and seeking forgiveness is like clearing the air. It removes the blockage and allows light and communication to flow freely again. This isn't about shame. It's about freedom and restoration. Similarly, a lack of genuine intimacy with God can weaken our ability to receive. If you only talk to a friend when you need something, the relationship feels transactional, not deep. Our spiritual connection is the same. It thrives on closeness. When we spend time building that relationship through quiet reflection, reading scripture, and just being present with God, our spiritual senses become heightened. We become more attuned to His voice, and more receptive to the angelic help He sends. It's about building a relationship, not just making requests. Have you ever had a gut feeling, a little nudge to do something or avoid something, and you just ignored it? That resistance to God's voice or promptings can be another way we block angelic activity. These nudges are often the very guidance we've been praying for, delivered in a subtle way. When we consistently ignore them, it's like we're training ourselves to be deaf to spiritual instruction. Over time, the signals may seem to fade, not because they aren't being sent, but because we've stopped listening. Learning to pay attention to and act on these gentle promptings is crucial. Isolation is another subtle trap. When we're struggling, our first instinct might be to withdraw and handle it all on our own. But refusing to seek godly counsel or connect with a supportive community shuts down a vital source of spiritual coverage. We were designed to be in community. Others can offer perspectives, prayers, and encouragement that we can't get on our own. They can stand with us in faith, strengthening our connection and helping to keep the channels open. Don't try to fight your battles alone. At the end of the day, it all comes back to a few core principles. To allow angels to work effectively in our lives, we must cultivate humility, faith, and a spirit of openness. Acknowledge that you don't have all the answers and that you need help. Trust that the help is available and on its way, and remain open to receiving that help in whatever form it comes. Persisting in prayer, even when you don't feel anything, and maintaining an attitude of gratitude are powerful ways to restore and strengthen that divine connection. It's an ongoing journey of faith, not a one-time fix. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this has been encouraging and has given you some practical steps to strengthen your spiritual connection. If this resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Until next time, stay blessed and keep the faith.